Yo, good evening, my delicious friends. I hope you're doing well. It's your boy Mikey, live on Twitch, doing some more trailer reactions. I have just been told that Pinocchio is not, in fact, a Disney movie, but a public domain property that they just made a film of. From the studio that has no soul, we bring you the boy that never lived, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
From my many wanderings on this earth,
Even McGregor.
I had so much to say about imperfect fathers and imperfect sons, and about loss and love. I've learned that there are old spirits who rarely involve themselves in the human world, but on occasion, they do. I want to tell you a story. It's a story you may think you know, but you don't. A story of the wooden boy.
Where am I?
I feel as though you've been here before. The wooden boy with the borrowed soul. Be his son. Fill his days with light. We shall call you Pinocchio.
Oh, what a day, what a day.
Oh, this film is not yet rated. That's kind of gorgeous. Yo, okay, so I was ready to scoff at Disney remaking more Disney movies. And I was about to say, like, unless he smokes cigars like he does in the Disney original, I'm not into it. But I didn't realize it was Guillermo del Toro. I didn't realize it was stop motion or stop motion effect and assisted animation. So I'm now way more interested in this than I was, again, just a little bit earlier. Like how Winnie the Pooh is now public because they're turning it into nightmare fuel. God, I heard about that. That's so weird. Do you ever notice, like, stuff goes public domain unless it's Disney, and then Disney always, like, campaign for the public domain laws to be adjusted slightly whenever they're about to run out of their own properties? Disney and Warner Brothers always add, like, an extra caveat to the law and get one put through just so they can hold on to their business. Fucking hate Warner Brothers Studios and Warner Brothers TV licensing. Yo, those older Disney movies are all public domain. Yo, wild. I watched Pinocchio on VHS when I was just a little bambino. Yo, Lady Medovinovich, Reiku, Helena, Emcroft, Fenrir, Reiku. What do you guys think? I think Disney's going to do a live action, but I could be wrong. Wait, so Disney is still making their own version? Disney been pushing it for it to be extended so they can keep Mickey Mouse over the public domain. Yeah, Senpai, I heard that. I hate that it's made in a time when so many movies look the same. Also, Del Toro hasn't done a great film in fucking forever, but stop motion and craft? That's the key to my heart. Also, there's stuff here that looks gorgeous, and I'd love him to tap back into that essential hungry core that he did with Pan's Labyrinth. El Forno! Yeah. I want to get that feeling. I've always hated Pinocchio, it creeps me out. Aww. He's only ever said nice things about you, Mel. I'm going to be honest, it was a creepy film. The bit where they get kidnapped and they go to the kids' world where they just play pool and smoke cigars and get drunk and they all turn into jackasses. And like it's a relatively dark narrative. Is there like do you know how there's like old fables and Cinderella and stuff is based on Eastern European actual fairy tales? Is there like a Rumpelstiltskin and stuff like that? Is there an actual Pinocchio fairy tale that started all of this off?
About imperfect fathers.
By the way, I really like the score. I like the hint of, what do you call that French accordion thing? I like that it's got this really nice trailer score, but it's got a little bit of French accordion. And with this stop motion animation, it reminds me ever so slightly of Belleville Rendezvous, which obviously isn't stop motion, but had that kind of lilt into the music. Does anybody remember Belleville Rendezvous?
Story of the wooden boy.
Where am I?
I I feel
like
as
that
though
already.
You've been here before. The wooden boy with the borrowed soul.
I like all of this. Look at that. That's lovely. I need to replay Final Fantasy X so you can summon Shiva separately and have her in your party. Pinocchio is honestly perfect for stop motion. It's about something so carefully crafted that it was given life that basically is just the description of stop motion. Senpai, that is a very big brain comment. I love that meta. That's a great thing to say. The dad is swallowed by a whale. Yeah, he has to go fetch him. Can we talk about the CGI version from a couple months ago? Wait, so so this isn't just like some weird confabulation. There was another Pinocchio that also recently came out, wasn't it? Did you hear what they did? Yeah. Yes. I've heard they're making a terrible horror film just because they can. Just because they've got the title to license it off. I can't wait until they finally make disgusting, shitty, low-budget trash horror movies out of the Beatrix Potter classics. He was just a kitten. Dunkadilla, dunkadilla, dun. His name was Tom. When the farmers thought they couldn't get any lower, there was a rabbit genetically engineered to be smarter than all the others. His name was Peter. Dunkadilla, dunkadilla. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. Anyway, Pinocchio animation film. Just having a quick Google. Pinocchio, a true story. What?
There you go. Now, what should we name it?
Oh,
Maybe
no!
Leonardo. No, he grows up to be a person who only cares about pizza. I don't believe my eyes. Your name will be Pinocchio.
Guillermo del Toro is making this? From the guy that bought us Pan's Labyrinth.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
You are
No,
too
Guillermo,
special,
no!
Pinocchio. The world is full of people who could harm you.
The timeless story.
Our last few shows barely had any audience.
We just need to come up with a new act.
Let's not, but say we did. Hey.
Be his son.
Yeah, honestly, I can't top what Senpai had to say. The idea that they'd think about the concept of craft and caring about something and breathing life into a very old art style that nobody really does. The meta of doing that in how they actually construct this movie is, it's brilliant. Yeah, I want to support 2D films. I still haven't watched Kubo and the Two Strings, though. I think the last 2D movie I remember is Wallace and Gromit and the Wrong Trousers. No, wait, did they do a Christmas special as well? Guys, is it the Wrong Trousers where Gromit is on the toy train that's going really fast and he has to lay down the train track as the train is going to go around the house? Ah, man, it's a banger. It's Paulie Shaw. No. Flamboyant Pinocchio. He was both flamboyant and dead at the same time. I will take a sip and check my posture. I've actually just screwed up my voice. Visual King Willy, good shout. Kubo and the Two Strings is wonderful. Yeah, I look forward to that. I've just had it and never put it on. But I'd really love to. What a fabulous scene. You've never seen anyone lay train tracks so fast. Yeah, man, like Wallace and Gromit is one of the best examples of it's lovely, but the sidekick is the one that's doing all the work. Do you know what I mean? Do you know when you get those? It's like so tropes, people drawing their favorite relationship tropes is trending again on Twitter. And I'm just going to post one tomorrow, which is just Wallace and Gromit. That's going to be my trope. Like, just Gromit has to keep an eye on everything, and he just works so hard, and he just has those little shrugs, and he just rolls his eyes. I miss Wallace and Gromit. I'm shouting again. I'm shouting. We're going to the moon, Gromit. No. He doesn't sound like that.
Fill his day.
That's better than my Sly Stallone impression, though. Okay, I think we've just been sidetracked. This is much more appealing than I honestly thought. I genuinely thought they were doing a Disney live-action animated puppet. Why are we even bothering nightmare scenario for licensing reasons? I had no idea it was a lovingly crafted Guillermo del Toro stop motion animation. Has anybody seen, by the way, on YouTube videos? I saw this particular dude do it who makes a lot of Lego stop motion animations, and he animates in about 12 frames per second. And what he started testing with is like a bit of AI software. I'm sure you guys have seen samples, but will take 2 frames, and using the images, it will interpolate a middle frame between them, so that you can make two, and it works really well when you've got clearly defined shapes and clearly defined colors and landscape, like with Lego, as opposed to more organic artwork. So he'll work in 12 frames a second and then run it through this AI program, which artificially builds middle frames to make it like a smooth 24. And for Lego, it actually works really, really well. It's a banger. So I'm not against AI assisted stop motion animation if it works visually. The only thing so there's only 2 things it turns out. So here's the thing. I try to be as open-minded as possible with anything creative, because I do get a little bit of a chub for just people expressing themselves creatively. And if it also happens to involve artwork or making something that I like, then that's bonus. I like people making stuff that does it for me. 2 exceptions. As you've heard me complain a million times, I don't care how much 3D software you use in your animation. If it's emulating a 2D animation style, please, at least for the main photography, doesn't have to be for the action, 2D animate, cell animate your characters. Don't just rig them in 3D, because it flattens the expressions and the energy and the emotions, and I lose interest immediately. Turns out the other thing I don't really like, although I respect it, is, does anybody remember when before they were releasing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the Viking one? Is that the right term? They had like a 7-minute video of some guy making a composite photo from loads of Photoshop image files to build up a picture of a Viking behind a landscape. And it was just a pure composite collage of existing assets. No actual like paint strokes or artwork or anything, although it was a piece of art. And the entire time, it sparked no joy from me whatsoever. Like, it just doesn't do it for me. Anyway, guys, so let's end it on the low. Pinocchio on a high. The other Pinocchio, we won't talk about it. Guys, thank you very much for joining me live. Click like, click subscribe, and I'll see you a bit more for some puppet action, but that's on my OnlyFans. Peace.